The world is watching with bated breath as the post-Cold War order trembles, sending ripples of uncertainty through capitals and communities alike. Headlines flash across screens and leaders gather behind closed doors, aware that the familiar rules of global engagement are being rewritten before our eyes. Across Europe, alliances that once seemed unshakable are now being re-evaluated, as policymakers and citizens alike question what the future holds for their continent. The European Union, long a symbol of unity, faces new debates about its role in a rapidly changing world. The BRICS bloc, once dismissed as merely an economic label, has evolved into a formidable coalition, now openly challenging the Western-led global system. Its growing influence is impossible to ignore, drawing Europe's attention and prompting a reassessment of old alliances and economic strategies. At the crossroads of continents, Turkey stands as a nation straddling east and west, uniquely positioned at the center of this historic shift. Its leaders are signaling a desire for greater strategic autonomy, seeking to balance relationships with both traditional Western partners and emerging powers. Turkey's overtures to BRICS have unsettled Western capitals, sparking intense debate about the cohesion of NATO and the future direction of Europe's security architecture. Questions abound. Can old alliances adapt, or will new partnerships reshape the balance of power? The potential entry of a European nation into BRICS could accelerate a dramatic transition to a multipolar world, one where alliances are increasingly fluid, and the certainties of the past give way to new, unpredictable realities. This is more than a story of trade deals or diplomatic summits. It's about the global majority demanding a stronger voice, seeking new models of cooperation, and challenging the dominance of established powers. The implications reach far beyond headlines, touching every aspect of our interconnected world, from trade and energy security to military alliances and the fundamental values that underpin international relations. The next chapter is being written now, and its outcome will shape the world for generations to come. BRICS began as a 2001 Goldman Sachs acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, and China, emerging economies set to reshape the world. Initially, it was just a catchy term to describe these rapidly growing markets, but it quickly took on a life of its own. Leaders of these nations saw more than an investment trend. They envisioned a political platform for a more balanced global order. They aimed to create a coalition that could stand up to the traditional Western powers and offer a new way of thinking about global governance. The first BRICS summit in 2009 marked the bloc's official birth, challenging US dominance. This summit was a significant milestone, symbolizing the transition from a mere economic concept to a formidable political entity. South Africa joined in 2010, expanding the group's reach and renaming it BRICS. This inclusion was strategic, adding another layer of diversity and influence to the coalition. The bloc's mission: promote peace, development, and a multipolar system. They sought to create a world where power was more evenly distributed and every nation had a voice. BRICS created the new development bank and a $100 billion reserve pool, offering alternatives to Western financial institutions. These initiatives were designed to provide financial stability and support for development projects within member countries. These moves reduced reliance on the US dollar and Western loan conditions. By doing so, they aim to create a more resilient and independent economic framework. BRICS evolved from a discussion forum into a force for change. Today, it stands as a testament to the power of collaboration and the potential for emerging economies to shape the future. In 2024, BRICS underwent its most significant transformation yet, expanding dramatically by inviting Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the UAE to join as full members. This move marked a turning point, signaling the bloc's ambition to become a truly global force. The inclusion of these diverse nations not only increased the group's geographic reach, but also brought in new economic and political perspectives, strengthening BRICS' collective influence on the world stage. The momentum continued in 2025, when Indonesia officially joined, further boosting the group's profile. With this addition, BRICS Plus now represents an astonishing 45% of the world's population and commands over a third of global GDP. This makes it one of the most influential economic alliances on the planet, with a reach that spans multiple continents and cultures. The expanded bloc now controls about 30% of global oil production, giving it significant leverage in the energy markets and directly challenging the dominance of the petrodollar system. This shift has major implications for global trade and finance, as BRICS Plus countries seek to assert more control over their natural resources. BRICS Plus now offers its members greater leverage against Western sanctions and provides a powerful platform for using their own currencies in international trade. This move toward financial independence is reshaping global commerce, as more countries look to diversify away from traditional Western-dominated systems. At the October 2024 summit, BRICS Plus introduced a new partner country tier, inviting 10 nations to participate and attracting interest from over 40 more. This innovative approach allows countries to engage with BRICS Plus without full membership, expanding its influence even further. This surge in interest reflects a growing global desire for alternatives to the Western-led order. Many nations see BRICS Plus as a platform for fairer cooperation and a chance to have their voices heard on the world stage. As a result, BRICS Plus has become a magnet for countries seeking new economic opportunities and greater strategic independence. Its growing appeal is reshaping alliances and encouraging nations to rethink their global partnerships. The rapid expansion of BRICS Plus signals a profound shift in global power dynamics, with the potential to redefine the international order for years to come. Turkey, a NATO member for over 70 years, has long looked west, but is now reassessing its alliances. Under President Erdogan, Turkey's independent foreign policy has strained ties with NATO and the EU. Moves like buying Russian S-400 missiles and military interventions have deepened rifts with the West. Turkey is building economic and strategic ties with Russia and China, including the Akuyu nuclear plant. This pivot east is about more than opportunism. It's a quest for strategic autonomy. BRICS Plus offers Turkey economic diversification and a prominent seat in a major non-Western institution. Turkey stands at a crossroads, balancing Western commitments with ambitions for a new global role. Turkey's pursuit of BRICS membership has been persistent but fraught with obstacles. After being offered partner status in 2024, Turkey pushed for full membership at the 2025 Rio summit. India blocked the bid, citing Turkey's stance on Kashmir and close ties with Pakistan. This setback highlights BRICS's internal rivalries and the need for consensus. Despite rejection, Turkey remains committed, signaling to the West it has alternatives and to BRICS Plus that it's a serious partner. The bid is central to Turkey's foreign policy, symbolizing its desire for autonomy. Ankara's repeated attempts show it's willing to weather diplomatic storms for a place in the emerging order. The process is a test of both Turkey's resolve and BRICS unity. NATO and the EU view Turkey's BRICS overtures with alarm. As a strategic anchor, Turkey's drift challenges alliance unity and raises concerns over intelligence and security. The S-400 missile purchase and independent military actions have deepened mistrust. A move toward BRICS could create irreconcilable conflicts within NATO. For the EU, Turkish BRICS membership would likely end its EU accession hopes and complicate vital trade ties. Western capitals are split. Some urge tough measures, others warn against pushing Turkey further east. The debate centers on whether to confront or engage Ankara as it redefines its global role. For Turkey, joining BRICS Plus promises economic growth, market access, and financial independence from the West. The new development bank and reserve pool offer funding with fewer strings attached. But the risks are real: potential Western sanctions, loss of EU trade privileges, and economic retaliation could hit hard. Turkey's economy is deeply tied to Europe and the US, making any pivot perilous. BRICS Plus is dominated by China, raising concerns about dependency and competition. Membership doesn't guarantee prosperity. It could bring new challenges. The path east is full of promise, but also uncertainty and risk. Experts are divided on Turkey's BRICS ambitions. Some in Washington see it as a threat, urging tough consequences for Ankara's realignment. European analysts advocate engagement, arguing the West must adapt to BRICS Plus's rise and find common ground. Others note Turkey's quest for autonomy is fueled by unpredictable US policies and shifting global power. The return of Trump and America First rhetoric has made BRICS Plus more attractive as a hedge. For some, BRICS is a tool to counter US power. For others, it's a way to boost their own influence. Economists see Turkey's interest as a logical response to shifting global wealth. The challenge for the West is to adapt, not resist, as the world's economic center of gravity shifts. Europe's engagement with BRICS, led by Turkey's bid, signals the end of the unipolar era. Turkey's position tests the limits of balancing East and West. A choice is inevitable and will reverberate globally. If Turkey pivots east, it could inspire others and weaken the transatlantic alliance. If it stays west, the US and EU must address its grievances to keep it anchored. BRICS Plus is now a force the West can't ignore, representing much of the world's population and resources. The future hinges on whether Europe adapts, competes, or cooperates with this new power center. The only certainty: the world is becoming more complex, and navigating it will require vision and adaptability.